We're going to develop that pearl, creative power, which is within all of us. Let it come out and express itself. Something is going to attract the pearl to come out. Otherwise, we have to force it out. In order for pearl to come out, an attraction is going to be there. And the attraction is something that keeps us going. Without attraction, there won't be love. And without love, life is meaningless. How these great giants came about, how did Christ come about, how did Mozart come about, how did Da Vinci come about, how did Picasso come about? If you steal well and you don't get caught, you can be a giant. I'm going to tell you how easy it is to become a giant. What is the little alchemy that we need in order to go from copper into gold? Mastering the art of thievery means not to get caught. In order for you not to get caught, number one, you should follow the law. Number two, you should keep the morality. And number three, you should have your religious belief in there as well, and then steal. Yes, Picasso is right. Good artists copy, but great artists steal. Because it is taking away something that is not being used, it's being personalized and spread it among the others so they would benefit from it. Isn't that what Jesus did? Isn't that what each one of those have done? And the greatest people that we know in the history are the ones who have used it. Albert Einstein did it. He did not even mention the source of some of the inspirations that he had. The secret of creativity is knowing how to hide your sources. He became the greatest scientist of all time. Martha Graham. I'm a thief and I'm not ashamed. I steal from the best wherever it happens to be. And Ernest Hemingway, it would take a day to list everything I borrowed ideas from. And it was no new thing for me to learn from everyone I could, living or dead. I learned as much from painters about how to write as I do from the writers. And of course, T.S. Eliot with immature poets imitate, mature poets steal. I would add to this whole thing, and the great giants are the ones who have mastered the art of thievery.
I think the simplicity of the exercise sometimes it opens up a lot of freedom, I think, for both new people and experienced people is what
I think this art of stealing is just genius. You get free from your own yourself, and you just have the guideline and not the limitation by the one you're stealing from. So you have the guideline and the freedom, and together it's just like magic.
What really struck me is his love for nature, how he feels nature, how he describes nature. I can feel the same thing. Nature is such an inspiration to me.
It's thrown me from having to paint to get over something, to express something, to opening a doorway into a completely different way of being able to see. because it allows you to leave behind the old artist that had to get it right, to be back in the childlike exploration of what they're seeing. How do I say that?
I don't know if we were physically together, how much that would be more powerful. But it comes through, even through the Zoom, even through the screen. And I'm not afraid anymore to say, oh, I'm not doing something perfect. Oh, I'm not following this. The assignment is to use just brush strokes. Okay, it does, you know, and that's what is happening for me by watching, listening, and being part of a community that I get so much energy from.
Because there is, besides individual, there is a collective energy that is happening here. And that is very important for all of us. Every one of us are, you know, connected in that. There's a real pull right now that is happening, and we are connected, moving about.
I have found something magical, and that has really affected me in a very deep level that is maybe somewhat like a small miracle or a big miracle. And yesterday, I used exactly a sentence from the news to my stepdaughter when she was talking about business. And I used the exact sentence of Mr. Rassouli, and she's like, wow, yes, that's exactly, and it was a business decision. It was a total corporate thing. And it was like, I can see the power of this affecting every aspect of my life.
What you've said, I think, is reflecting what's happening to everyone in the group, because we've gone from what feels like learning about artists and painting to transforming our soul journeys. It has gone so much deeper from a practical sense of how to become a better artist to how to become a better human being, to, you know, to transcend the noise from outside and the noise from inside. And this last step, it was an inspiration to go, these bold things that you do them unapologetically. Be unapologetic in who you are. And I think that's what kind of happened. You know, there's more, this is who we are. We've got something to say.
I feel bolder, I feel more like be able to just be fully me, not having to hide anything, you know, not having to say, okay, I have to hide this part of me because this is too much, or, you know, I feel like just want to be all of who I am.
Playful environment that you created is unbelievable, amazing. And it's really, really getting us to a childhood soul level where we can express everything we can possibly express.
I don't think I would have even picked up a paintbrush if I didn't have this space, because for over a decade I've just been unlearning and deprogramming all of the teaching and education that was put upon me. So it's probably maybe once in a decade that someone so special like Rassouli would appear and be exactly the medicine that I needed. So
this has been my saving grace. It's like, it's spiritual, it's healing, it's safe. It's such a beautiful place for me to be. And it carries me through my week in a world that is so confining these days. It allows me to just be me. And this group, you're all so beautiful, you're all so loving, but it's just such an important place for me to be. And I thank everybody for this. And I thank you for this, Mr. Rassouli, because you are a really special person.
My life changed completely and totally from the moment I started being your student. And I am so grateful and feel so blessed to you and the communities that you create and the students, all of us that are called to be together, it touches my soul and my heart. This online format, I didn't know how it was really going to work versus being in an in-face immersion with you. And it's delicious. I mean, it's really delicious. And so is being in person, frankly. But this is really different and it's incredible. You have this presence in your art. You have this presence in your voice. You have this presence in your joy. And to all of my classmates, all of you, we all do together. And it's beautiful.
Feels like somebody opens the door to a cage and says, okay, now fly. However, there's a beam of light to follow, but it's the way I'm going to follow it. So then I can freely fly through it.